Hey, what's up guys? My name is Breezy. I'm going to show you how to make some pictures in Photoshop. So this is for 75 by 75 small images for a game like Naruto-Arena or anything that's similar to that. So what you're going to do is you have to go to a website that you can find a high quality screenshot. So whether that be Crunchyroll, or basically any website where you can find something that's HD. You don't want less than 720p. You honestly don't want less than 1080p. But if worse comes to worse, 720 will have to do, I guess. So what I'm doing now is getting images from YouTube or screenshots, and I'm getting the stock images. So I will screenshot from YouTube. Then I'm going to take the screenshot into Photoshop. By the way, this is a Photoshop tutorial, and in the description there will be timestamps for different, parts of the video where you can skip to what you want to see. Which probably everyone's going to want to skip to editing, but anyway. So, get your image, your screenshot, post it, paste it in Photoshop, and then make with the crop tool, either the crop tool or the rectangle select tool, make a same width by same height square of the part of the image you want to be the picture. Preferably if it's an attack, you want it to be in the middle. You don't want to leave much space between the edge of the border of the image and the rest of the image. You want it to basically all be touching the borders, every part of the image. If it's a face picture, you want to get just below the chin and just in front of the face and right just above the eyes for the exact I think it's a good example of a face picture to have it right above the eyes. So the top of the square is right above the eyes. The right of the square is right in front of the face, like just right in front of it, like so barely. And then the bottom of the square is right under the chin. Left of the face, honestly, as long as it's not off of the person's head or whatever, you'll be good. It'll be a good face picture. And like you can get as close as you want. Just keep to that rule. Top above the eyes, even eyebrows.
She grabbed my hand.
Right in front of the face. Bottom under the chin. Stick to that, you'll be good. When you're done getting your stocks, you want to resize the images. So find a website where you can resize the images without losing quality. Okay? The website that I go to in this video, I didn't realize that when you go to this website, there is a Trojan. So don't go to this website. My antivirus took care of it, but be careful. Go to a credible website where you can resize an image without losing quality. Photoshop's not going to do that for you. Resizing it in Photoshop, you will lose quality. Okay. So, resize it 75 by 75. And then from there on out, I think you'll be able to find editing process will be a lot easier. Just make sure to get high quality images. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a second. Peace. So open up an image that has a border. Alright, now open up all of your images. And to sharpen, I right click, I convert it to a smart object, I go to filter, I click high pass. For high quality images, you can get away with using vivid light. So click on this right here. Double click on this. On mode, actually, let me show you how to do high pass correctly. So for high pass, click high pass, And you want your radius for anime images always to be 0.3. No more, no less. Every picture, doesn't matter what one. All right, so right click over here, change the mode from normal. If it's a low quality image, linear light, but this will over sharpen a high quality image. So instead of that, vivid light. Okay, and do that for each picture. What this does is it sharpens it much better than the traditional sharpen. It just looks a lot better, and it has raised my image quality significantly. There's no reason to just click Smart Sharpen or any other thing but sharpening it through high pass. But remember, you have to convert it to a smart object first, and do not use linear light on a high quality image. Use vivid light or overlay. And honestly, you can use overlay, soft light, hard light, vivid light. Just look which one seems like it's not sharpening it too much. But linear light will over sharpen it. See? Look at this. It's slightly over sharpened, if you can tell. If you make pics, you can tell. With vivid light, it's like right at the point where it's just sharp enough. Okay. And that's because it's a high quality image. So what I do is I hit auto contrast, I hit auto tone, and if I like each of those settings, I keep them. See, normally I would be like, okay, that looks good. Hit auto tone. I like that too, because it makes this little darker patch right here. I think that's cool looking, so. And then hit auto color sometimes if an image just looks horrible for some reason. The colors are weird. And what it does is it just drastically changes it, but it doesn't do anything for us here. So I hit auto tone, auto contrast. I check auto contrast first. That's the one you always want to check first, because if you hit auto tone first, you usually can't check auto contrast. It won't work. So, but most of the time I find myself just clicking auto contrast. Auto tone usually doesn't do much for me, but for this image, it does. Okay, brightness. Usually always go with -15. Contrast, usually always go with 25. Vibrance, 35. Saturation, 17. Almost always strictly do that. Never deviate from that usually. Unless an image is very colorful, I probably put saturation at 5 instead of 17. I hit shadows and highlights, and then I click OK. I don't play with the bar, I just hit it and click OK. Then I go to levels, which levels is your most important setting. Play with it, but always start with the right side first. Like I start with right, and I make it as bright as I want it to be, okay? And then I go to left, and I make it as dark as I want it to be. And then in the middle, I make it as light as I want to be. So light, dark, light. And that's all up to your discretion, or what you think looks good. Then, color balance. 20 red, 35 blue. Bam. Layers, flatten. Take that, paste it over your image that has a border. So now it has a border, and go and save that. First image done. Next. Auto contrast. Auto tone. I'm not going to click auto tone, just auto contrast. -15 plus 25. Vibrance 35, 17 sat. Shadows and highlights. Click it. Alright, levels. Now make it as bright as you want it to be, as dark as you want it to be, and then as light as you want it to be. Colors. 20 red, 35 blue. Layer, flatten, cut, paste. I'm going to do that for every image probably. So just watch me go through them, and I'll show you how fast I can do it. I mean, I do not waste any time. I usually use the same settings for every image. It's honestly, like, it's not that hard to make high quality images. Once you figure it out, once you start playing with levels, because levels makes the biggest difference. The reason you have a high quality image is because of levels, and I'm serious. It's because of like a lot of factors, but levels is the #1 most important factor to making a high quality image, and I do not say that lightly. I mean that. Because let me just show you, like, once I do all these settings. I will not put levels in, and then I'm going to show you the difference. Alright, so I didn't put levels in. Let's just flatten it and paste it. See that? That does not look good. I'm going to tell you right now. Let's put levels on. Now look at the difference. Do you see how big of a difference that is, guys? Let me zoom in. It brings the colors out, it brings the brightness out, it makes your image look good. Use levels. If you don't use levels, your images will not look good. Or you'll have to use a whole bunch of other ridiculous settings that you should not be using that's going to make your image look ugly, and when you don't have to. There's no reason for you to not be using levels, and if you didn't know about levels, now you do. Not using levels is a sin in making pictures. The second I found out about levels, my whole entire picture making career changed. I don't like this one. Make it bright over here. Gotta brighten that up a lot. Okay, cool. Looks better. Still kind of, ooh, actually. Sometimes you really have to play with the colors. I don't know what's wrong with this image. It looks like misty. Yeah, making it too blue is ruining it, so. Okay. Good enough. And then I don't really like this one. It looks really dark, so let's see what we can do about that. Just the image itself. Actually, we can make this brighter though. Sometimes you'll have to like look over your images and be like, oh yeah, I need to change that. I like that better than this. Okay guys, so let's just show you all of them. Oops, am I messing up? Nice. Rookie mistake.